Bringing it to you live. Say no story. First, let's see. These old books. I love these old books. I don't know, but this is LTD 1983. I don't know if that means that's when they printed this, but you can see how old the book is, right? We're going back in history here. Yeah. Let's go back in this book a little bit, and we're looking for a little piece of history. So you can get a better picture. You just press pause and you can read it yourself. Right? Yeah, man. Now let me go in here a little bit and see what it's saying a little bit. And as you can see there, 1748. Crazy, man. 2026. Right? And this is 1748. Right? Are we going to be in 1748? Right? Asking we this, right? Are we going to exist in 1748? Right? Let's not please. We're in 2026. Right? Now, this here is the Maroons' runaway and resistance on the estates. How controversial, because I really feeling like here where we are today again. Right? This is reality on the ground, right? Oh, so you be over exaggerating. They're gonna have a lot of people saying that, right? The state of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as all of the colonies in the Caribbean, right? There's two types of people stuck on those colonies, right? Some are fully black. And mentally, I mean, real out there, extremist, right? All shades and shapes, but they all black, right? And then you have some that come in different shades, and they have more cream, and some have less cream, right? Some hate their lips, some hate their nose, some hate their hair, right? Because in school, that's what they teach us. And a perfect example is that girl that there was bad talk in her hair in school, right? Now, that's a perfect example, right? And we need to call that out for what it is. That is a tactic for self-hate, right? That is why we hate ourselves, right? Because from little, I don't know if some people have some grandmothers and could tell us some stories. Please, we need the grandmothers out there saying and speaking the truth, right? We need the old grandfathers that might remember something and come out and speak the truth, right? As to why they hate themselves so much. And did you hear stories that made you hate yourself, right? Why do some people hate their big lips? And some people hate their big nose? And some of us hate our hair? And some of us, when we look in the mirror, if you hate yourself, right? There's no way, right, that you go like yourself, that you go treat yourself good, right? So, okay, I make you hate yourself, and then when you look at another black man, I want to kill you. I want to kill you because I hate myself. I hate black. I hate that. And they make us hate that, and this had to always be bad, right? So you have to hate your hair. You have to hate your nose. You have to hate your lips, and you have to hate every square inch of being of yourself. This is what the system wants, right? It needs and thrives off that, because then when that happens, we kill each other, right? Now it's easy to kill a nigger, right? Because we hate ourselves. You see that school? Make an example of that school. And any other school. First of all, let me jump to the deeper thing in that whole thing. Where these curriculums and school thinking, who think up that? Right? Think about that. Who think up that? Out of all of the things that they could come and implement in a school and give and whatever, right? Who would come up with this concept that they would make this so important to enforce it into your school? And this is the indoctrination process, right? This is the indoctrination process, right? And, oh, what's the big deal? We killing each other. That's not a big deal? It's being weaponized against us to stay in power. See how they love to play us? Right? So you groom us to hate each other, right? Make songs about us killing each other, and you promote that and make those songs go #1. But when it's Bob Marley music was so extreme and nice, they had to push it, but they wanted to kill Bob. Why? Because his music was revolutionary. It could have changed black people, make black people love themselves, and they say, no, kill that man. Right? Anytime you make revolutionary music that make you love yourself and make you look up to the system, they want to lick you down. If in 2026 we get another Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, I don't care what country you is in the Caribbean, they're going to try to lick you down. I don't care in what part of Africa you go, they're going to want to lick you down. They don't want you nowhere near the system unless you like this. Oh, but Rowley had to be like this. He couldn't get there if he wasn't like that. If he didn't go through the whole grooming process of the educational system, beating your brain to not go too against, and then you begin to hate yourself. So when you look and you're looking down on the black nigga, you just a black Anglo-Saxon. You understand? Because that's what they do to us. The educational system make us hate each other. So we stay divided and we don't plot together to go against the order. So we can never stand up on a global stage. Now I want you to notice here all these white looking folks on the board, and they wrestling for the whole planet, but the majority are people in Africa. I repeat that. The majority of people in the world is Africa. And let me make that even greater and bigger, right? If all the people in the Caribbean that's black were to unite with the people in black that's in Africa, game over for this whole board. Right? So we being duped from all sides to not even be on the board. As you can see, Indian people not on the board. India got real people. Right? Now, who's to say if India, right, and the Africans and the Indians that's in the Caribbean get together with India and Africa, man, game over for everybody, man. Party done right there. So the more divided we stay, the more you're going to allow everybody else to be wrestling, and you're not even in the picture because you ain't have a brain in your head. You're allowing everybody else to use leaders, the weakest leaders, to put them on top. And what's doing it is the educational system that have you docile. Right? Unless you become like this, they don't want you in power. They will never let me near power. I know that. They want to kill me already. Right? That's why I am, what? Like the Maroons. I am just a runaway. Right? And the resistance, I never say like we win, is a continual thing. Just like for them, is a continual thing. They want you to forget history, that's why you're not there. And today, 2026, you're not there. So in 1748, you way down there. In 2026, you still nowhere to be found. Right? And why? Because they use the rule of law to rule over everybody and keep you divided and conquered via policies. You struggling, you can't eat, you ain't have no jobs, this, that, the other. Why? Because you have no sovereignty. You caught up chasing and beating down your own people. The same people that's supposed to stand up and fight for the country, you beating them down and killing them. Oh boy, you bright. I ain't never see people so stupid. I ain't never see people so divided and conquered. I ain't never see people so dotish. And guess what? The more truth you bring to people, the more mad they mad at you. The more mad they get at you. And all it is, Bob said it best. Don't let them fool you or even try to school you. Oh no, we've got a mind of our own, right? My mind made up. Many others out there minds is made up all over the world, and they're crying and begging to be counted in this world. Can we please come together and get on the board at least? I go on.